Hey, I'm Claire.
And I'm Janice.
And this is The X-Files, a podcast about breakups, broken hearts, and moving on.
We are breakup coaches here to help you beat your breakup,
Heal your broken heart,
and move on to an amazing, abundant life. All right. Hello and welcome everyone to the July happy hour episode of The X-Files.
Yes.
I've been looking forward to this.
Yeah, it's very special. It's very weird because I'm not seeing Janice through a screen.
It does.
Like, we're making actual eye contact and it's kind of like strange.
It's a little awkward and we're definitely getting used to it. It is a lot different.
You're much closer. You
Yes,
feel much
yes.
closer.
It is a whole new feel, but I want to get comfortable with it. I think having, doing shows in person is a good thing. We live in the same town, which, I mean, how many times a week do you think that we have to tell the story of, it's like we just happen to be in the same town. It has nothing to do with why we're doing this.
Yeah, actually our first conversation was me. We were in the same course together, and I was thinking about moving to Denver, and I'm like, one of our course, like one of my fellow students is in Denver. Like, let me reach out to her, and she's also weirdly like wanting to be a breakup coach
too.
too.
So many amazing coincidences. I mean, at a certain point, you just have to say this is just meant to be in some way.
Honestly, so
I remember also saying, I'm really busy. I love your questions. I'm going to have to get back to you with my thoughts on Denver, but I will.
Yeah. And you're like, don't ask me about this city that I've been quarantining in and have never actually been, very briefly.
Well, I did give you a very thorough answer about what I thought about Denver.
You did. Yeah, and it was very good. I mean, obviously, I still moved here, so.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think you were waiting on my response. It's just an example of, the way you do something is the way you do everything. And I remember thinking, this is important to someone, and I'll just have to get back when I have a few moments.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, we've got a hot podcast.
And here we are speaking to your ears. And today we are. Well, do we have any other announcements before we get into it?
I think that this is not the episode for announcements. Okay. This is the episode for fun.
All right.
And go ahead.
Yeah. So no announcements. So
thank you for announcing that there's no announcements.
No announcements. Leave us a review. Join our group. So today we are talking about a movie.
Yes, we are. I know that everyone's been dying for it.
It's been a while. Yeah.
It has been over a month. Mm-hmm. Well over a month, actually. And that's partially because we wanted to do it in person.
Yes.
And I just got furniture.
Yeah.
And then also, oddly, Claire and I could not decide on the movie.
Yeah, our past movie reviews or happy hours
reviews that really the world takes very seriously.
Especially since we're only reviewing 10-year-old movies,
Once eventually we'll do Gaslight.
Yes.
And then we'll do 100 or 70 years old. Isn't that movie?
70 years?
It's an old movie.
Oh, no, it's old. Yeah, definitely.
All right, but yes, every single movie has been from 2009 and 10. About that.
Yeah, which is like the heyday.
It's
of cheesy,
interesting romantic films.
Yeah.
So we still haven't said that
but yeah, he's just not that into you. But also, they do switch back and forth between she's not sleeping with you or he's
I
not
agree.
Sleeping with
I
you.
do think that there's a little bit of problematic sexism towards women in the film. But yes,
that was typical for the early 2000s. I feel like,
a little still today, though we are starting to see a big shift.
Yeah.
In, this, not the Power Rangers, the what do you call someone with superpowers?
Superhero.
Superhero.
Power Rangers.
I have no idea what's wrong.
I mean, it could have been Power Rangers. They just
superheroes.
Yeah.
Female superheroes with, ponytails and tank tops. And we're definitely going in the right direction. But this movie was a little sexist, even for its time. Yeah. But yes, the name is He's Just Not That Into You.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. And so we bring this up a lot. I mean, maybe a lot, but just like being like, okay, let's be realistic.
Oh my God,
is treating you poorly, it's because they are a dick. Or
you do not need to ask a relationship expert. We do love getting your DMs, but so often it's just like, this person isn't treating you well and therefore isn't worthy of you, and that's all you need to know. Yeah. And while I did think that there were some problematic elements, as probably any rom-com does have, this is the one I liked watching the most.
It was very sweet,
and
actually.
I know there were many times when I was just like, yes! Yeah. So true.
And I think, a part of that was because, like, they were introducing kind of progressive ideas to like the cliche like rom-com characters, and so I think that was like they had to have like the kind of ditzy like head in the clouds girl to like bring
so
to merge
would Gigi have been the pixie dream girl,
manic pixie dream girl? I mean, maybe
ish. Okay,
ish.
Right.
She's not that quirky though. She's just like was, I don't know, she was just like had one goal and one goal
they
only,
tried to make her relatable, and I don't think they succeeded.
No.
But I think that was their aim.
So I mean, she was like a very sweet character and everything, but I feel like they almost like, maybe this wasn't even what they were intending, but because I'm watching this from like 2021, looking back, I felt like they overdid her ditziness as a way to like illustrate the lesson that like, like to make it larger than life almost, how like someone who starts off this way can then be like, no, actually, if you don't give me the time of day, you don't deserve to be with me. Like,
yes, but at the same time, it did take this man.
It took a man to do it.
Get her to this point, and then to break her, and then get her to the point. And break
well, I
her
guess
again.
I mean, because the way they explained it was like, all of these stories were mostly like reinforced by fellow women, and so they almost needed. It's almost like there were no enlightened.
I was actually in favor.
Movie,
No, I think that they wanted Drew Barrymore to be. I think that's what they...
She's trying.
Yes, I think that's what they were going for. We'll get to it, but obviously worst relationship advice in any movie ever. But I think that's what they were going for, was
but
making
she was
her...
still doing the same thing of being
Completely.
like, oh, I know someone who's...
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. ...
And I wasn't opposed to having Justin Long character?
I'm so terrible. I know Jennifer Aniston.
And then so I know
Stiller. No,
something Stellar. So
Ben
Stiller is
not Ben
movie.
Stiller.
Which character?
What's his name? We were
Bradley
talking
Cooper.
about him giving Bradley Cooper a run for his money.
Ben Affleck?
Yes. Okay. So
I would have never thought that you would have forgotten Ben Affleck. Okay.
I mean,
okay. Yes.
And he's
not
back
Ben
with
Stiller.
J-Lo, so like good
oh
for him.
Oh my god, so interesting.
Isn't that cool?
Did you see the thing on Oprah's Instagram?
No.
So I guess Jennifer, or is it Jennifer? Of course, it's Bennifer.
Oh my god.
Okay, we've had a stressful half hour.
Yeah,
and
I spilled a drink on the laptop. It was very not okay. But it's fine. It's fine.
Okay, Bennifer. They posted a picture of themselves on Instagram.
Aw, they're Insta official. That's what the problem was. They couldn't be Insta official. How many years ago?
Oh god. So I think it was It was before this movie, I'm pretty sure.
So he was like a new bachelor on this movie.
Oh,
and so they put
God.
him with another Jennifer.
I feel like it might have been his comeback. Because you know how he had that time when he did a bunch of bad movies?
I mean,
and then everyone was making fun of him, and now he's very well respected again.
I might have been just like under
a
rock at the time. I wasn't
in
really
college,
watching a lot of TV until I graduated high school. So
he did go through a dark night of the soul, and it was when I was in college. So
oh my god, isn't he the Dark Knight now?
Ben! So let's just say it, since we're talking about him. How fucking sexy was Ben Affleck in this movie?
He looked really good.
Oh my God.
He was also like the best representation of like what you want in a man in this movie.
Yeah.
So that really helped. I mean, he lived on a boat for a while. He was wearing some cargo pants, like
on like $1 million boat.
I know.
These people, I have to say, and then I guess we'll eventually get into the plot.
Yeah.
Huge, amazing apartments.
Yeah.
Not even a yacht, like this amazing boat. And you never really knew what anyone did for a living.
They were like writing the ladies, because there were the 3 ladies who knew each other. They were doing marketing or something. They were coming up with slogans for like brand flakes, right? Or
the nutmeg?
Yeah,
nutmeg.
But
so they mention it once.
Yeah.
So I also thought that it must have been some type of copywriting firm. But was it really? And if anyone knows, please tell us, because they mention asking Jennifer Goodwin for copy, or Gigi for copy once. And then the rest of the time, they never refer to what the women are actually doing there.
Yeah.
And so it could have been, or that could have just been her job. They said, do you have your copy for the nutmeg?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was one of the things I was going to ask you is, what do you think that this company is?
I don't know. I thought it was like, because Drew Barrymore was marketing as well. She was in advertising.
In a different company. Yeah, but they explicitly...
In a much more cool company. It seemed like she had much more relaxed workwear. Oh my god, their BizCash outfits were just like so funny.
Totally agree.
Oh my god, yeah.
But with Drew... Okay, so I have to say one thing. Mm-hmm. My biggest celebrity crush of all time is by far Drew Barrymore.
Oh my god!
So, like, by far.
She's so cute.
Oh my god. Since I was young.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my god.
Junior high.
Have you heard the song Drew Barrymore?
Oh, it's a punk song, right?
Well, there might be a punk song. I think this is more like kind of like light rapping. It's very X-rated.
Because when I was in junior high and a skate chick, there was a band that a lot of skaters listened to that did a song called Drew Barrymore. Oh. Could this have possibly been it?
No.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I think it's like, okay.
Drew, multiple bands have songs named after you.
She's had quite a life.
She's just lovely and just genuine and cute as can be. And
Bryce Vine. I can only play like a few seconds so no one gets like in trouble.
And we can edit out.
But it starts like this. Wait, let me see if I can go
to
the chorus. Oh, yeah, here it goes.
I think I have heard
Here it is.
Oh my god.
Alright, cool. That was
very
enough.
Cool.
Anyway.
Yeah, I'm still a fan to this day, and so for us to do a movie that she's in was exciting for me. I'm gonna put this over here.
Oh yeah.
I would say I'm not that thrilled about her character. It had some good points and some bad points, but all right, I digress and don't remember from what.
And to be fair, like the technology differences that have happened.
Oh my god! How
we're
hilarious.
So relieving. I mean, there were some things like Drew Barrymore's character, for instance, was online dating mostly. Mm-hmm. And she was talking about how you like go between your home phone and your cell phone and your email and your MySpace profile and like all these things, which is like I think we have like Bumble and
I have to say though, when I saw that particular scene where she's like, he texts me and so I am this account and then he called me and so I emailed him but then he answered me on this I did think to myself that I also, and she said, I really would, I miss the days when we just had one phone and one answering machine and one cassette tape. And I kind of agree.
Yeah.
I mean, I have all these accounts that I'm constantly checking.
Yeah, it's interesting though. Yeah, because I think you're able to tell, because there was a scene where her coworkers who were giving her some coaching.
Yes, there was a lots of enthusiastic gay people in many of the scenes, like keeping the straight people going. Did you notice that?
I felt like that was their effort at the time to be progressive, and by now we're like so
to
past
be
that.
Inclusive,
Yeah,
the token gay people on the
but they were like, we're not gonna have one token gay
couple.
guy. We're going to have like 7 of them.
Completely, because we can't have some a gay person going through all the same things that a straight person's going through.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have them giving the commentary.
Yeah. Which was like,
10 years
that
ago.
wasn't very fair.
No.
So,
but
especially the scene where the 2 guys at the open house were like, all you have to do is eye contact more than 4 seconds, it means we're gonna fuck. And if it's less than 4 seconds, like, that's it, we're doing something else.
Right.
And it's like, well, I don't think that any human is that simplistic. Like,
no,
no.
I'm sure there were many people who didn't appreciate that.
Yeah.
Though, I mean, that being said, maybe there is something to be said about. I'm saying the word "said" a lot. Two men might communicate in more direct ways or different ways than a hetero man and a hetero woman.
Yeah.
So I don't think it at all gets down to 4 seconds. But
no,
and certainly anyone who says that dating another woman is easier than dating a man, it's not true.
Yeah,
but
I haven't experienced that.
Well,
but
I just know that it's all complicated.
Yeah.
So shall we get into the plot?
Let's get back into the plot. So we took a tangent because we were excited.
We touched on some important things.
Yeah, totally.
So I really like the opening montage with all of the people, talking about dating and what guys think. Yes. And I thought it was very real. I thought it was interesting. Yeah. Did you have any thoughts on that? And also I did like the little cutaways that they had to the quote real people.
Oh my god,
with actual,
those were so
real jobs. Yeah, and I have a couple that I want to talk
love
about.
those. Yeah, actually, there's like 2 that are standing out to me. So whenever we can talk about them, I will. I
have one standout one, but a couple in here. Okay, so the first thing that I have in my notes is Scarlett Johansson and Bradley Cooper.
Okay. Damn.
First of all, I really wanted to get to the point where I had any interest in the storyline. Hated it. Thought it was cringy. Hated both of them.
Exactly,
she's freaking out. Yeah. But she is very excited and very cute. And
she's like, oh my god, because she wouldn't have won if he hadn't given her his place in line.
Right.
So that was the excitement, and so she it starts kind of like
but it's a bit of a shadow casting or a foreshadowing of the whole theme of the movie, because then she thinks to herself, it must be meant to be, because I wouldn't have gotten the prize if he hadn't given me his space. It's all about signs and signals and magic and things just happening. Yeah, which and chemistry wasn't. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, and almost foreshadowing on like the deeper meaning of the show, or not the show, the movie, is that putting herself first was really what gave her the prize. Okay. Putting herself before a love interest and focusing on herself first was actually what gave her something cool.
Then they have their moment in the parking lot. Yeah. And then we're shooting back to Jennifer Goodwin, Gigi, who has been on a date and he hasn't called yet.
Yes. I love it. Yeah. Well, it's a big message. Like, if a guy doesn't call you, he's not interested.
It's true.
Yeah, and she just hasn't arrived at this conclusion ever. And so, and then it goes through a montage, or I guess this was the opening montage of he hasn't called because he's just scared of being he just got out of a relationship. He's never been in a serious relationship. He's not ready. Yes. You're too good for him, and he's scared. It's all this apologizing on behalf of these men who just are doing what they want and are into
which that's
who
really
they
not,
are.
Yeah.
Which is not these women.
But it's not a bad thing. And that's one thing I think that actually did annoy me a little, is they kept on referring to these men as, you know, douchebags and dicks and jerks who, you know, don't call. And it's just like, but they don't want to.
And I guess that's you've probably noticed this in our ghosting episode, is that we were kind of like, no communication is communication. Mm-hmm. Like, if someone wants to talk to you, they're going to talk to you. You know, especially in our society with kind of like this, you know, this expectation put on the man to be making like these like matchmaking communications. Yeah, so anyway, so she had gone on a date with a guy who was like, cool, it's nice to meet you. Like, she was like, at one point during the date, they were like, it could have been a moment where they left and they didn't get the meal together. And she was like, well, I'm fine to stay if you are. And he was like,
so awkward.
Okay, why not? And it's like, wow, read the language.
And
here.
she's sitting there, you know,
like,
bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
He's gonna say yes, and it's like, what about the fact that he hesitated for 30 seconds?
And you just sat there smiling with your eyes wide open.
Yeah,
he probably felt uncomfortable.
Weird.
I know. I really like this actress.
Yeah,
but that was.
I mean, she played the part really well.
Yeah, she did.
Like,
she did.
Yeah, and I think it's, you know, it's a caricature of like, you know, the things that.
Well, supposedly all women do.
I like, to some degree or another, maybe.
Interesting.
So, anyway.
So she goes to the bar. So she has this brilliant idea, which I have to say, she has no standards. She falls in love with every single guy, whether it's a dude at the bar, a guy on one date, or this...
She becomes obsessed.
Yes,
with
so easily.
Any guy.
So she goes on one date, and then she decides she's going to happen to run into him at the bar he frequents.
He's not calling her.
I don't know what that's going to accomplish.
You know, it's just like a meet cute, like to.
So they catch up again, and then they.
Yeah, it's just like she'd run into him.
They start drinking, and then he
or something.
She grows on him. Okay.
Yeah.
So
or something.
Then she starts talking to. I thought this was brilliant. So she goes to the bar, and the dude's roommate.
She doesn't know he's his roommate.
Yes, but it just happens to be that he owns the bar / manages it, owns it,
or something,
and that he happens to decide he's going to take time out of his night to get to know her and chat with her.
Yeah,
and that it also happens that she wants to return a pin.
That was her pretext.
Yes.
After, so the conversation goes, she shows up, she's like, oh, I'm meeting someone, and he's like, oh, cool. And she's
and it
like,
just happens to be his mate.
Yeah, and she's like, oh, it's this guy named blah, and he's like, oh, he's not coming in today, and she's like, oh, fuck.
Because that's
well, I'm not really meeting him. I was in the area, and I thought I'd say hi.
And I loved how he just watches her talk and just looks at her, you know, with a serious face, like, just waits for her
to dig her own
I really
grave.
liked him in some of these scenes. But what was, amongst all the humorous coincidences, then she tries to return a pin of a dentist, and he knows that it's not the dentist because his dad's the dentist.
His dad's the dentist. It was so funny though. Oh my god. Yeah, and
all
like,
along,
well,
just straight
he's like,
face.
why would you do that? And she's like, well, I have this, you know, and I needed to return the pen, like, before he freaks out.
Poor baby.
I know, and he's like, that's weird, it's not even his dentist.
Right.
She's like, how would you know who his dentist is? And he's like, well, it's my dad.
Happens to be his dad.
Yeah, so really unfortunate, but like they get past that. She somehow does not just like melt into a pile of like, oh god.
Yeah, because she's resilient, optimistic.
She's so resilient.
Yes,
she really bounces back very fast, so like good for her.
And this is the first quote I wrote down, and this was Justin Long, right? Mm-hmm. If a guy treats you like he doesn't give a shit, if a guy treats you like
I wrote this one down too.
Shit, he genuinely doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, like believe people when they show you who they are.
I know.
You know?
It doesn't. It's
If someone doesn't call, they don't want to talk to you. If someone treats you like shit, it's because they don't give a shit.
Regardless of even their attachment style, forgive me, but even if they are avoidant, they also don't care. Yeah. So, stop trying to come up with this excuse that makes you feel better.
Yeah, and
make
also
yourself feel better by finding someone else.
Yeah, especially in the beginning too. Like avoidant attachment style shouldn't even be coming up because no one's gotten close enough to trigger them. You're not.
In her
you
case.
just went on a date. You know.
In her case. Yeah. Well, you know what? Come to think of it, they'd probably say that Gigi was anxious, you know, because she just wants love, but not the time or place. Yeah. So let's talk about Jennifer Aniston and Ben Affleck, the other Benifer. Yeah. So first of all, I don't know about you, but they were my favorite couple. Yeah. Why did you like them?
I mean, you know, their storyline, revolved around her wanting what the social pressure wanted, which was marriage. And they've been together 7 years, and things were great between them, but she was still like, what's wrong? Why hasn't he proposed?
But she was being really, really dishonest with both of them, because she kept on saying that she was cool with it too. You know, there's even the scene that she says, oh, so you're happy for them for getting married, but it's not what you want. And he's like, no, and she just says, oh, you know, cool. But secretly, it's not what she's thinking at all.
I mean, you could tell that it was something that had come up before in between them. And, you know, he made his case of being like, it's, you know, just what society is saying that we need to do. And, we've already got all the commitment and stuff. We don't need to, go and do this,
He said a $40 piece of paper. Yeah. You could just see her heart breaking as he's saying that. You know, just downplaying it so much. Yeah. And but that's how he felt. And she said, okay, yeah, I get it.
She, you know, it was kind of like one of those, okay, you know.
I do get that, but she knew how he felt, and she never confronted him as much as she's gonna.
Yeah, exactly. And so I think, so then she goes to work, and she's with Gigi, who had just had a very enlightening conversation with a certain bartender.
I love it.
Who told her if someone doesn't do something, it's because they don't want to do it. And she was heard that and was suddenly like, oh, if you've been with someone for 7 years and they haven't proposed to you, it's because they don't want to fucking marry you. And so she went home kind of really revved up about that.
Yes. And so my only thing is, though, that if she trusted him so much, she should have taken his word. And so I still like her and everything. They're still my favorite couple. But this whole victim thing that she does afterwards, I wasn't totally on board with, because I thought that he respected her enough to be honest. Yeah. She did the same.
Well, I think that's one of the messages of this movie is that, everyone's playing a role, you know, and she's been stuck in that, oh, I'm just trying to be easy to please and not, rock the boat, and I'll just try to get him to kind of come around really gently.
Manipulative. I mean, we wouldn't say that it's healthy, but completely.
Well, because we're going for the best, you know, we want people to have the best communication and the best results from that.
But he was. Ben Affleck was in this movie.
Yeah, he was.
Can you
best
fault him
option
for anything?
Well, I wonder why he was so against marriage. You know,
who cares? I don't know. I don't know. That didn't really stand out to me.
Yeah, it was just interesting they didn't go into any of that character development.
Right,
they could have been
the background,
oh, his parents got divorced. You know, it could have been a throwaway statement, but there was none.
Well, but maybe that's it. You're just meant to, you know, take someone for what they say and who they are, and they don't need to explain it. Maybe that's why we didn't get it. Yeah. Certainly, Jennifer and Ben would have talked about it.
Yeah. But and another lesson is looking at your situation and not just listening to these stories that you hear circulated.
Yes.
Because one of her fears was that he was just gonna wake up one day and fall in love with some waitress and marry her in a month. You know.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. I mean, that can happen when you're married.
Exactly.
Which we're gonna see with the next thing I have. Scarlett Johansson and Bradley Cooper and how creepy and horrible they are. Yeah. So go ahead.
They are the appointed cheaters of the movie. Okay. I guess. The other woman and the man who cheats.
Yes.
Yeah. And so it comes out that Bradley Cooper was given an ultimatum to marry his now wife.
Putting the blame on her. Which I have to say, I don't remember the actress's name. Gosh. She's been in so many things. Anyways, doesn't matter. I did not like her. This whole plot with the cheating, and I thought she was so unlikable, and it didn't make me look forward to them getting back to this plot line. Nothing about it did I enjoy. But he's married and...
Yeah, so he's married, they're renovating their house, and he meets Scarlett Johansson in
the grocery store.
In a grocery store. Yes. And it's just like, wow, she's like so, I mean, she's Scarlett Johansson, she's super fucking hot. You know, and she's like all like, you know, she's super keen, and she's super keen on him.
Almost in an unattractive way, I have to say. I think they must have had to cast Scarlett Johansson to play this character, because otherwise it just would have been like, you're being so gross and over the top.
What do you mean?
Just she's so...
she's flirting.
Oh my god, and just will not give up, and then tells him... Because he tried to hump him.
Yeah, she tried. She's playing the girl next door, I guess, which was is kind of like a male fantasy, right? Is the super hot woman who is attractive and approachable because she says things like dry humping, and she's she's like a guy, but she's got boobs, you know, And so that's kind of a trope, I think, in rom-coms anyway.
Oh, yeah, okay, I didn't pick up on that, but you're actually probably right. Yeah. And because she's such a dude, she's also going to go after this man just like a dude would.
Oh, I mean, she does definitely go after him, but there was a little hesitation at the beginning, and then Drew Barrymore tells her to go for it.
Worst thing I've ever heard. Yeah. And I remember when I watched this at the time, closer to when it came out, also thinking, that is the worst thing I've ever heard, and it's always stayed worse as far as just advice goes. Yeah. This is your friend?
It's playing into, what Drew Barrymore told her was okay, so there's someone at work, he was with someone for 5 or 10 years or whatever, and then he met someone and knew that she was the one and left his wife, married her, and now they've been together for 25 years and they're super happy.
Perfect example of the exception to the rule.
The exception to the rule. And also, how do you fucking know they're super happy? Clearly, everyone's personal lives are personal, and no one actually knows the truth.
You're a cynic.
So there's that. But also, it just plays into that, that goal of the one who makes any moral transgression worth it because they're the one and you have to be with them, and it's well, is that how love works, or are we just animals who also have values and we can choose
instead of just looking for the next best thing? Who's gonna make you even more excited?
Exactly. It's is there such a thing as soulmates, or do you get lots and you get to choose? No, I made a commitment to this soulmate, and so even though this person could have had potential, I'm already committed.
Gonna have a little bit of integrity,
So
and also, and Bradley Cooper has none. He's saying that he's married, but then every other sentence he's telling Scarlett Johansson
how much he wants her,
and that he wants her, and that his wife made him do it, and he doesn't know why he did it, and she was gonna leave him otherwise, and just talking her down. It was so I had such a hard time getting through the scenes.
What it reminded me of is people pleasing, because like that resentment builds
yeah.
up, even though you're like, I have to do what this person wants. And even, especially as their storyline progresses,
we'll get to it. Yes.
Like the wife, you know, we'll get into it, but basically he's like, I'll put all of my needs and wants to the side for whatever you want.
Even at the detriment of everyone. It's
It's
the
so
most outrageous
bad. Oh my God.
plot. All right, so then we have another cute scene with Gigi.
Yes.
Where she gets the business card.
Oh yeah, so she's starting to, her eyes are opening.
Yes,
she's becoming
right,
aware. And she meets someone at happy hour. She's with her friend who is married to Bradley Cooper.
Okay, but then back to Gigi. Most awkward thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
oh, and
so,
that was when she went swimming.
I know. Again, I just didn't think it was that cool. She jumps in the
she
pool
knows
naked,
what she's doing.
and it wasn't. You weren't sitting there watching it like, you go, girl. You're just like, why are you being so gross and home wrecky?
Okay, so the other part of her character is that she's not with the guy that Gigi had the whole like stalker thing with.
That too.
The real estate agent.
Yeah.
And so he's giving her all of the emotional attention. And so whenever she needs like a pick-me-up to feel better about herself, she goes and visits him.
Yeah.
But she's, you know, like very clearly like
Connor?
kind of leading him on. Yeah, Connor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so she, you know, she acts all flirty and stuff, but she, you know, cuts things off before anything goes anywhere.
Right.
And so he's like left being like, oh gosh, I wish she like would be my girlfriend.
Yeah.
But she won't. And you know, he's giving her like foot rubs and all of these things. And so like clearly she has like a big need for validation. And so spoiler alert, she doesn't end up with anyone at the end of the movie.
No.
But I thought that was a really important thing that they did, is they like when they caught up with the characters at the end, she was like, you know, I'm focusing on the relationship with myself instead of dating, and I'm, you know.
But what I didn't like about that is that they showed that the only people who were alone at the end were the assholes of the film.
So it, you know, obviously they were trying, I mean, they couldn't, it wasn't like we're trying to make art. It's like we're trying to
I get it, and you know, you need to write to your audience. I understand that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I really like the scene where Gigi calls Justin Long.
Yes, I love it. Oh my god, from the bathroom. Man.
Yes, we could put this like a sound clip for the X-Files.
I wish
because
we could.
This guy that she's making out with, this guy, he says he has to go out of town and he's not going to be in touch, so she decides to call, kind of weirdly, Justin Long and get his input.
But he's like super about it.
Yeah.
He switched phones to go to his office to talk to her.
He's starting to find it entertainment. He's enjoying her company. He's enjoying, I think, giving the advice. It's kind of a tiny bit of, well, it is mansplaining. He's telling her what a man, he's explaining what a man thinks.
Men, which I think is the only acceptable mansplaining.
Exactly. So one of my favorite lines is, he says, just run. He doesn't have a trip. He wants to fuck you and doesn't want to have to call you tomorrow. And she says, am I supposed to run from every guy who doesn't like me?
Oh, I wrote this part down. Yeah.
I thought you would. And what does he say?
He's like,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, duh. And she's like, but there's going to be no one left.
Well, which is sad, but...
Which is sad, but it's that lack mentality, which I promise.
Yeah, it's sad that she said that, not sad that it's
sad
true.
That she said that, but it's not true. But, like, that... She, like, just revealed what is her driving motivation for chasing every guy so hard is that she feels like she has to convince someone to love her.
Right.
You know?
And make it happen and follow the signs and not let anything, slip through her fingers.
Exactly.
Because she didn't put in the effort.
Yeah. So...
But it is so true. If someone doesn't like you, I mean, that's what I think.
But I loved that scene. He was like, run anyways. And she was like, so what do I do? Like, I'm in the bathroom right now. And so he's like, take your time, make him sweat.
But so that was one thing that Justin Long said that I didn't agree with.
So he was like, Which was really interesting because he was like advocating for punishing a guy for just being a
true. Yeah, I mean, what was the end game gonna
just
be?
To make him sweat and then deny him anyway.
But also, if you're in a bathroom in someone's house for what are whitening strips? 30 minutes?
5 minutes.
Wait, okay, all right, okay. I guess if it's 5 minutes, someone wouldn't think it's that weird. But someone's in your house. I don't know. I just think it makes you look even weirder to stay in the bathroom for ages.
Oh, totally. But it doesn't matter because like it wasn't like anything.
Yeah, I would just bounce. I'd just go home. I would
just go home. Yeah, you don't have to be like,
getting revenge
on a guy for not being into
silly.
you. Like some guys aren't gonna be into you.
Well, some girls he's just not that into you.
Yeah.
But yes, I do think this quote.
Oh my god, aha moment. Is that why it's called that?
Oh my god, I just got that. That's incredible. What? But we should put that on a plaque. Yes, you're meant to run from guys who don't like you. Yeah. So, do you want to say anything about the boat scene with sexy Ben Affleck and Bradley Cooper?
Yes, okay. I do. Because
don't we just know each other? Like I have everything in my notes.
Yes. So, they're talking about marriage. They're out on the boat with the bros. Importantly, he denied a cigarette, which keeps you as a reader, as a watcher, wondering. Because his wife found cigarettes in her in the backyard of the house they're renovating, and her dad died from lung cancer, so it's like a touchy subject. But
also, I think more than that, it's an agreement they had. Something not that hard to be honest about. It was something really. It was fundamental to her.
Yeah.
And he chose to shit all over it.
Yeah. And lie to her face.
And gaslight her.
And gaslight her.
Big time.
Yeah.
He goes, I don't know why you're freaking out because nothing's happened.
And notice, especially when she first, talked to him about it, he never actually denied it. He just questioned her sanity the whole fucking time. Yeah. So it was wild, and oh my god.
But to keep us guessing, yes, Ben Affleck apparently in one scene smokes and offers Bradley Cooper a cigarette randomly. Yeah. Though they never showed Ben Affleck smoking, they only showed him offering the cigarette. He says no. And so as the viewer, you do think, is this all in her head?
Yeah. Wait, what?
On her head? We don't know until the end of the movie that Bradley Cooper...
all in her head.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you meant on her head. And I'm like, what are you
all in her head. You don't know until the end that he actually has been smoking this whole time.
Yeah, exactly. And you're questioning it like she is. You're like, well, he turned it down when Ben Affleck after offering him a cigarette out with the boy.
Yes, and I guess it's something that he just must do really privately, which is kind of weird in a way. Yeah. I mean, maybe if you're addicted to cigarettes, you just go and want to do it alone. But he sits there just like leaning back and saying, "Oh no, I don't want a cigarette. I quit." Just like so relaxed, and if he's not going to even do it with his best friend.
Yeah.
I guess he is just completely hiding it. But it's not fine, but whatever your habits are.
So anyway, on the boat.
We went into that. Okay, sorry. Go on.
So on the boat, the thing that stuck out to me is that they started talking about marriage, and Bradley Cooper's like, I just don't know why anyone would want to get married. And Ben Affleck's like the one who's like doesn't want to get married, and he's like, well, I mean, shit. And he's like, well, why did you why do you say that or something like that? And Bradley Cooper's like, all men are just thinking about the girls they're gonna miss out on.
Yes.
When they get married. And Ben Affleck's like, I only want to be with Jennifer Aniston.
I also don't know.
I don't know the character.
It doesn't matter. I'm happy with
everyone knows
Ben and Jen.
Yeah, Ben and Jen. And I was just like, that's what the whole thing is about, right?
Yeah.
And so that was just a really sweet moment, but it was also a really telling moment about Bradley Cooper's character, that it wasn't that Scarlett Johansson was some special, like, one-of-a-kind person who came into his life. It was like a hot girl who was into him and down to cheat with him.
Oh,
you know?
And I just thought this was this ongoing rationalization that he was playing with himself to justify what he was doing. But
and I think he was, but I think that comment showed the delusion he was putting himself under.
He probably would have done it eventually.
Yeah, he would have done it with someone.
Mm-hmm.
And she just happens to be, like, super amazing,
forcing
like,
herself.
Yeah, she made it really easy for him, basically.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
And I also want to say, though, that I did find it a bit perplexing. Because as much as he's going on about this guys are only going to be thinking of other women thing, then Ben Affleck does ask him, but don't you consider yourself happily married?
Yeah.
And all through the film, he keeps on saying how much he loves his wife and how happily married he is and how much he wants. And yeah, maybe it just goes back to the people pleasing. But like even with his friend who's same with the cigarette, he couldn't be honest.
Yeah. I mean, it is interesting because, you know, they've been together since college.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, they probably knew each other really well. Like, that's, you know, like, you can be really attached to someone and not be romantic with someone.
Well, apparently, because we're about to find out that they haven't fucked in years. But first, I want to talk about this wedding. Because, of course, we had to have a wedding in a rom-com, and this was going to shine.
Ugly pink dresses.
I don't know. I've seen some ugly
They've
shit.
Been worse. They've been worse, for sure. Oh, my God, Bridesmaids. Oh, my God, we should do Bridesmaids.
I did think of that. I think of that.
I gotta do that next.
I haven't seen that in so long.
It's so
but
funny.
That would be a good one. But, so what I didn't like about the whole wedding thing that, of course, Jennifer Aniston has to be involved with because she doesn't get to get married, is just this. I did not like how she kept victimizing herself. Poor me, poor me, poor me.
No, they've been victimizing her too. Like when they were
I was going to
she
say,
was like,
and
guys, I'm fine.
And everyone else was just constantly shining a light on it. You know,
Yeah.
like look at this freakish single woman who's
and
not
they're
married.
like, oh my God, we referenced marriage.
Yes.
How could
Yes.
we in your
Yeah.
presence? Because you're
I
gonna
found
be so
it.
sad.
Mhm.
They taught her
Yeah.
how to act
Mhm.
about it.
I
They
found it
taught
very
her how to-
insulting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. So. Yeah, it wasn't just her victimizing herself. It was
Yes,
kind of
yeah,
like
the
a
whole
social
thing.
I mean, we learn how to treat ourselves and how to treat others based on how the people around us act, and that was like a big
Yes,
moment
the cousin gets up, humiliates her
Oh my God.
in front of everyone. No. So of course there's that.
There's that.
That was all I had for the wedding rehearsal, but I think what you're gonna probably want to talk about next is the spark thing is bullshit.
Yeah. Oh my God. The spark thing
Yes.
is bullshit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. So this is Justin Long,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's telling Gigi, which like she's the only character name we reference. Everyone else is the actor who acted.
You are definitely
Oh my God,
right.
poor Gigi.
Poor Gigi. I'm not sure why that is. I mean, it's more memorable.
It's whatever name sticks in our heads.
Well,
so we
I know
apologize.
I know Connor for whatever reason.
Cool.
I remember that. But yes,
So,
Gigi more
I mean,
memorable.
there were some really, really big actors in this movie, so we just went by their actor names.
Yeah.
It's totally random.
Another ensemble cast.
Yeah.
And Ben Affleck will always be Ben Affleck to me. And Drew Barrymore, I'm sorry, she's Drew. Do you know her middle name? I do.
No.
Blythe.
Blythe.
Mhm.
That's a great name.
I know, isn't that funky?
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna change my name to Blythe
Yes,
tomorrow.
I had a teddy bear named Blythe because of her. So how does he
so the
get?
spark
okay,
thing.
yeah, the spark
Yeah.
thing is bullshit.
Okay.
He shows up. He was meant to set her up with someone. He can't make it. Justin Long shows up instead.
Yeah.
And there are people watching at the bar.
Yeah. So
And she says, "Oh, look at them! They're really hitting it off across the room." And of course, it's a gorgeous blonde woman chatting to a dude who's not interested.
Yeah.
Gigi thinks she is interested. Justin Long says he's dying to get out of this.
He's gonna get out as soon as he can.
Right.
And in the background, there's another guy who's just like, "Oh my God, she's gorgeous. I wish she would talk to me."
Mm-hmm. But also seems. It's very neutral. You can't tell anything about this guy, but just that he's not as striking as the first one.
Yeah.
And Justin Long says, well, she's not going to go for him, I can already tell. Yeah. And Gigi says, but that's only because there's not a spark.
Yes. And he's like, the spark thing is a lie. And it's something that men made up so they could be like non-committal and,
keep stringing you along.
Along. And that drama and that wondering what's happening or if they're into you.
Yes.
That anxiety and fear ends up feeling like this thing we've labeled a spark.
Yes.
And when you don't have that anxiety and fear because someone is being honest and open and communicating how they feel about you, you don't feel the spark.
Yep.
Yeah. And I'm sure like everyone has probably experienced this at some point or another.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I can think of a time for sure when I was living in Melbourne, and I definitely thought that I hit it off with a guy, and he did the whole Sunday night date thing with me, where for many, many weeks in a row, he would kind of always get in touch with me on either late on Saturday or actually on Sunday, asking if he could take me out on Sunday.
What?
Yeah, and I at the time I didn't think that much of it.
Yeah.
Other than like he was asking me out, and we always had a blast. But after several weeks of this, my flatmate did say like, I don't know why you're doing this. Like, it's so obvious that it's just like some consolation prize that he's giving you at the end of the week. He is not taking you out on the actual like hot date nights. But I kept on kind of doing it because when we would get together, we really did have a blast, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, he kept on asking me to do it, but obviously it wasn't as important to him as, his other socializing. But I did excuse it because of, thinking about we had the spark.
Oh my God.
Totally.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that was a really interesting scene, and just like, I think, the lesson, I guess, that comes to me about this is that, dating outside your type, dating the guy who is just, whatever gender it is, but, like dating the person who is upfront about how they feel about you and who is like, this is what I am looking for, and perhaps you could be that person. Like, let's find out.
Let's find out. It's not gonna be fireworks.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So like dating the person that the first date feels like me, like, I mean, we had a good time, but I didn't feel the spark. That's someone maybe you should go on a second date with.
And anyone listening, if it's a maybe for a second date, it's a yes. Yeah. Is this when Justin Long says, if a girl likes me, great, but if not, there are plenty of girls out there like her with smaller pores and bigger breast implants?
Yeah.
Wait, am I supposed to like him or hate him?
Yeah, I mean,
what a random thing to say.
He's almost like, well, he knows the effect of the spark, so he knows if he acts like a dick, it actually gets read as attractive a lot of times.
Oh my God, but I don't think that he is trying to seduce Jennifer Goodwin at all.
Yeah.
All right, so I just really want to quickly go over the Javier scene.
Oh my God, that was so painful. So yeah, that was when... Yeah, because gaslighting makes you act like a fucking crazy person. Yeah. Because you're questioning your whole fucking reality. And she played the scene, like, great. I was so cringe. And so she has, like, a very painful, one-sided conversation. Yeah. Where she's like, we have a good rapport, right? Like, you would be honest with me, right? And it, like, she goes real intensely down the rabbit hole where you're like, this has nothing to do with Javier and everything to do with the things she's starting to realize about her husband. It was very painful. It was very cringe. But basically Javier's like, okay, I'm gonna like, movie, I remember Javier the most.
Oh, and remember his character name? Even though, wait, is that one scene?
Yeah.
Oh my God, we remember Javier. Well, you know what? He's very talented. He's been in many other things.
Yeah.
I really like when she goes, would you be honest with me? Yeah. Because I think some of the workers are smoking. And he just stands there. And he goes, wait, was that the question? Because it was more like It sounds more like a statement to me.
Yeah, it sounds like a statement.
And he keeps on debating her too. And she's saying something like, you're trying to pull the wool over my eyes. You're trying to do this, that,
lie
the
to
other.
my face.
Yes. And he goes, that's a lot of prepositions.
Actually, it was really funny.
Yes.
That was
definitely.
some good
Maybe
stuff.
one of the only actual, like, laughable parts of it. So Scarlett Johansson comes back. She's at the open house. She's kissing Connor, and the two date.
We're not kissing Connor.
Well, right. They only hug.
She was whoop.
Yeah.
She was dodging kisses from Connor.
But she's horrible. So, why did she even show up?
Because she wants emotional validation.
She's gross. All right, and the two gay guys go, she's holding out on you, isn't she? I thought that was really cute, actually, to be honest.
Yeah, and he's like, no, we used to have sex all the time. So like, mm-hmm. He was like, okay, maybe not
like, that
all
makes
the time.
It all. I love that he just jumps to that. Like, no, we fuck. You know, she's just weird in public. We're getting it on, I promise you.
Yeah, and he's like, okay, maybe it's been a while, but we did. It has happened. I'm not just making it up. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, poor guy.
And they give him a piece of advice, which I thought was actually fine. You won't get anything by being inactive.
Yeah.
Maybe she wants you to be a man and do something about it.
Yeah. I think for any gender, saying what you want and what you're looking for and what you're thinking and what you're observing, in a take it or leave it kind of way, that is great. Someone may leave it. And that's okay too.
Yes, he needs to know now. He's making a fool of himself.
Yeah.
So, do you have anything else on that? Because I have a question for you.
Yes.
What was your favorite clip as far as shooting the real people of Baltimore goes and what they thought about dating?
Oh my god.
What was your favorite one?
God. Okay, so.
Because I have one written down.
Okay, the guy at the shipping yards was super fucking funny.
Yeah.
He was like, okay, so I've come up with a kind of unscientific rules. If a girl poops at your house, takes away leftovers on dates 1 through 3.
Yeah. Picks her skin.
Oh yeah, she pops a zit in front of you. Yeah. There was
one more, and you know what? Those were the 3 I wrote down for whatever reason. And he says that she's definitely not into you, and especially if you're not sleeping together.
I can confirm that I've probably done all of those things.
With early on?
Okay, maybe not the zit. Not the zit, no. Yeah,
and
I've
also,
definitely gotten takeaway though. Like
really on a first date?
Not takeaway, like I thought he meant like
taking your leftovers.
Yeah, leftovers
on a first date.
Well, if there were leftovers, I'm not gonna leave them at the restaurant.
Okay, I would never do that.
Why?
It's just you've got to carry it around, so it's a little awkward. You've got to do something with it. Yeah. It just kind of creates this complication. It smells. I think it's just better if you're on a date. First second.
Also, I don't recommend getting a meal for the first date because you never know.
Absolutely.
Gonna go.
I am all about the 1 hour happy hour thing.
Oh my
sure.
God. Yeah. Holy.
Yes, completely.
Yeah.
But I think if it was your first time having dinner together, if you don't eat it all, just leave it. Just leave it out of the rest of the night. I would never do that. Honestly, I'm not trying to be stuck up, but
okay.
And it's just like I said, carrying it around, it's smelling. Just what are you gonna do with it? I mean, perhaps it's a good way to make an exit, but it's not cute. It's like, what if you want a hug? You've got this awkward plastic bag. Mm-mm.
Oh my God, this has never been a thing for me. So.
When he said that, I was like,
you were like, right. I was like, look at these random things.
No.
Oh my God, that's funny. Well, also everyone I've dated has always been like super down for me.
Super down for you? Like what?
No, that's just me being full.
Like what do you mean that they're gonna?
I'm usually the one who's like, thanks but no thanks, you know, and I take my dinner home and I poop at someone's house and I do all these gross things.
Baptism by fire.
Yeah, I'm like, this is the full experience. went in and they're like, yeah. And I'm like,
God. Even with all of this, I am down.
I don't know.
Okay.
Like, I mean...
Okay, we go back. Oh, we're going to the Home Depot.
Oh, God.
And once again, she's obsessed with wood and touching the wood and wanting wood.
She wants real wood,
yes,
though, not
wants...
the fake lying piece of shit wood.
Who's pretending to be something it's not. And then what does Bradley Cooper do?
What does it matter?
Right, yes. And then what?
And she walks away, and then he says... I slept with someone else.
Yeah, in public. I mean, he's
in public.
He's never not horrible.
That was like the equivalent to me of a public engagement. When, people ask someone to marry them in front of a whole crowd of people.
If you're uncertain, I think sometimes it's already been discussed.
If it's already been discussed and she's like, this is what I want, but I'm never sure that that's what's happening. And I'm always like, girl, is this what you really want? Or are you saying yes? Because you're like, fuck, I can always tell him no. Like,
I completely agree. I think in some cases it works out and that the women like it, but I also know that in some cases it's because there is some uncertainty.
Have a private conversation first.
Completely.
For any men listening, just do that first.
Yeah, and probably
be like, what would you want for like an engagement? You should talk about like engagement, kids, money, housing, location, family, aging, and caring for your family. All of these things should happen before you get engaged. So,
completely. And also, do you want it on YouTube? Do you want it to go viral when I ask you?
Do you want it to go viral? Yeah.
But I completely agree. And they are just right in the middle of all these people.
Yeah.
And he just can't hold back.
Yeah, he's like, I slept with someone else. And she's like, oh. And he's like, did you hear me? Yeah, she fucking heard you. But I really feel for her in this because I'm like, what the fuck? Why isn't she more upset? Because she's like, don't you want to fix this? Like,
was
we can
so
figure this out and we can go through it. But like, I think when you're in shock, someone you think has your back tells you something like this. I'm not surprised that it takes it a little bit to set in.
Well, and also he doesn't say I'm leaving you for someone I'm sleeping with.
Yeah,
he says I slept with someone as if it could have been this one-off crazy thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he I think it was maybe intentional to soften the blow or something.
Yeah.
And so someone saying I fucked up, I did this crazy thing is a lot different than saying I'm leaving you. Yeah. And she does ask him, "Wait, you're leaving me?"
Yeah, and he hesitates and then is like, no, of course not.
He's horrible.
People pleasing. But, it's kind of one of those things. It's like, is that actually helping this person that you are trying not to let down? But it's like,
he wants it
better to let them down instead of like leading them on.
Right. What does he want to happen?
Exactly. Yeah, he wasn't thinking about what he wanted to happen, and I think that was his big character flaw, is he never figured out what the fuck he wanted.
But just hoping that maybe everyone else around him would make the decisions, and that maybe she'd get pissed off enough about him sleeping with someone.
He's like, oh, I arranged to stay on the sailboat with Ben Affleck.
Also, how icky is that? You're gonna go stay on a boat with another dude?
Ben isn't stoked about sharing his 10 square feet.
He's already saying that he's not showering, and now there's gonna be another guy on there. I thought it sounded horrible.
Yeah.
So then they decide, kind of together, that they're going to work it out. He's so horrible to everyone, and so then they go home.
Yeah.
And then we have the wedding scene.
Yes.
Again.
Oh my god. The wedding scene. She's walking down the aisle with the dog, and that made her feel stupid. And
I don't remember the dog, to be honest.
Yeah, she was
weird.
Walking down the aisle, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, your dog is so cute." And she's like, "This should have been my boyfriend, but thanks."
Oh my god! I wonder if I looked aside or something. Jennifer Aniston walks with a dog.
Yeah, down the aisle.
I don't remember that at all. How weird.
Yeah. And then, you know, she's at the table, and this guy comes up, and he's like, I've been trying to sit next to you for this whole time, and also I'm a Wiccan.
Right, and I put
magic.
It's offensive to single people.
Yeah.
To women.
To women.
And to Wiccans.
And to Wiccans. Come on, man.
So, I mean, I guess in the end, I like where they eventually got with it.
Yeah.
But, I didn't like that. You know, it's like, what do you want exactly? They're saying, you know, sometimes, you know, men need to commit to be real men. But then if they say that there's this one thing they don't want, now you're blaming the woman for saying what she wants. It didn't make sense. I didn't exactly get the point they were trying to make.
That's true. Yeah. But then her dad has a heart attack.
Yeah, I actually cried.
Oh no.
I did. I cried. I was very emotional. And because I really appreciated that her dad was like, you know, you got this. I'm going to stand by you.
She had a good relationship.
Yeah. And I just thought he was really sweet that he, you know, said, you're my favorite, and he was watching out for her. And then, I just found it very emotional. I wasn't bawling or anything, but I did tear up. Yeah, a little. It just, you could just tell the bond and just all of it.
Yeah. Like, even from, like, acting definitely very good. Because, like, 2 scenes and we already got, like, how close they were. So he had a heart attack. He's okay. But he's, like, resting up at the house, and she's, like, bringing him meals. You can tell she's been cooking for everyone because the girls are all emotionally distraught over something, and then the guys are all yelling at the Golf Channel, which is hilarious.
And I was really curious about the exact couple of scenes that you're describing. Yeah. So the dad has a heart attack, but mild or not, he's at home and recuperating. Yeah. Young and good looking as well. I'm not surprised.
The guy?
The dad. Yeah, who's hot.
Oh, all right.
You didn't think so?
I mean, yeah.
He kind of reminded me of the... I'm not into it. I just thought for a man of that age.
Janice, there's nothing wrong. I think there's a great market for you. We can really... I am okay with finding an older man for you with a yacht, and we can go on it. And it's going to be great.
I'm open to that. Yes, but I did think he was a sexy
put those
dad.
Like limits on your Bumble profile, 65 and up.
Oh my God. What do you reckon? I guess he was that old, 65. I thought he was a, what do you call it, a filth?
A gray fox.
A gray fox. A father I'd like to fuck.
A floth?
A filth?
Filth? I mean, I think you should. Like, totally.
Or a Delph.
Maybe this is the thing. I mean, they've matured a lot.
Oh my God.
Anyways,
he's at home.
Looking real good.
And I did think so, actually. I mean, it's gonna look...
he's
good after.
He's Jennifer Aniston's dad.
Right.
So
totally.
He has to be good
It had
looking.
to have come from somewhere.
Yeah, it was genetic.
Absolutely. Also, the mother, strikingly absent.
Yeah,
so
interesting.
What is this? So all the family members say, we're going to go hang out at the house.
Well,
because he's recovering. And
I don't know, because, like, you know, the newlyweds go on a honeymoon.
But they didn't.
But probably because dad.
Okay.
So I think they're just, like, kind of hanging out.
To see
if he's okay. I don't know.
Same. But Jennifer steps up. She's going to take care of everything. Yeah. Everyone else lets her down horribly. Can't even be bothered to get toilet paper.
Yeah, or go to the store. The guys are like, oh, I just, like...
They say, don't worry, we have takeout coming.
And it's like, oh, so you've cared for yourself, but what about everyone else in the house?
Yeah. I liked her, actually, in all of these scenes with
totally.
Daddy.
I thought she was, like,
She's not always...
relatable.
Yeah, probably. And sometimes she has roles that I don't think portray her talent that well. Yeah. But sometimes she gets a role and you're like, you know what? She actually really knows what she's doing as an actress. Yeah. And this was one of them. First of all, let's talk about Gigi decides that Justin Long is into her.
Yeah, she's decided. It's based on the signs.
Yes,
Which I can't. I mean, I don't, like, disagree.
Really?
I disagree with her reaction.
Right. To humiliate herself.
Yeah. Like, it's okay to be like, oh, I'm kind of getting some idea that maybe he's into me. I'll continue as I am because clearly that's been working.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, instead of being like, oh my God, he's into me, I'm going to throw myself at him now.
And take all the wisdom and advice that he's given me and toss it out the window. And just think, and I mean, so what does she think that everything that he's been telling her, he was just telling her so that he'd save her for him? Okay. Because it's really weird the way the logic.
Yeah. I don't think she was thinking. I don't think she was being logical. Agreed. I think that when we have had programming for many years that the world is a certain way, even when we start learning better and knowing better and doing better, we are going to have slip-ups. And I see that as part of her evolution and part of her journey is that she accidentally fell back into her prior ways.
She hadn't been in recovery long enough.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I really hated
part
this
of the process. You know, you're gonna
and especially when she has.
Why did I do that?
Right. Yeah. And she has the friend backing her up. I hated the scene where she goes to work. And she tells Jennifer Connelly,
like, he's into me.
Yeah, and then they're hugging and
then
dumb.
Jennifer Connelly, what's her? Is it Connelly?
Connelly? Yeah, based on the Google.
She then is like, let's look up locations for your destination wedding.
It now occurs to me that is what I was referring to.
That's it. Yeah, she's like, no, I'm Napa. What about Napa? And it's like, hang on a second. Slow down.
Yes, because women are that ridiculous that even all of them are just going to
maybe just go to Napa if you want to go to Napa. Like,
ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding, ding. You want a ring? Buy yourself a fucking $30,000 ring. Or a $10,000 ring.
I've known women to do it. I definitely have.
Do it.
I'm not to that point
then
with the ring, but yes, absolutely.
You know, I mean, if you have the money.
The ring isn't something I want to give myself.
Exactly.
Many other things, yes.
Yeah, like, I mean,
the trip, certainly.
Like, a sparkly ring was pretty nice, but
we'll see where I go. I'm much more into trips. Yeah. I'm into clothes.
You're like the solo honeymoon.
Yes.
Sort of
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't hold back when it comes to travel. I go for it.
Yeah.
The ring, I don't know, doesn't excite me as much.
Yeah.
Someone else getting it for me, perhaps. But
perhaps. You're like, well, why the fuck not?
Exactly.
But you're like, it's not that meaningful where I would do it for myself. Yeah. Yeah.
Perhaps, and maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's not symbolic to me.
Yeah.
So he invites her to a party.
Yeah.
And we proceed to have the 10 most cringiest moments. Second 10 most cringiest moments in the movie. So she gets to the party and then decides that he's not only into her, but that
she's gonna be co-host.
Gigi.
Yeah. I don't know what the thought was. I think she was feeling like he wasn't giving her the attention she had worked herself up to.
So she needed to do something with
herself. So she needed to show what a great co-host she would be. And kind of build up this story in her mind that she was there as something more than just a guest of the party, you know?
Yes. Well, yeah, I mean, Gigi is all about the stories.
Yeah.
And that's why she has to tell every damn person in her life, every single time she even goes out with someone, is because it's the story.
Yeah.
And that's why, for instance, what just came to mind is I mentioned in an episode that I had met someone after the mask mandate came off.
Oh.
And you said, oh, you never told me. And I purposely, I didn't think not to tell you, but I don't tell my friends as soon as I meet one person, because I don't want there to be this story. It's built up.
Yeah.
I want to see what happens. But
I think that's a good practice because, it also just sets you up for,
going with the flow.
Yeah, go with the flow.
But the second your friend asks you what happened with so-and-so from the bar, now it's a thing.
Now it's a thing.
Know?
And you're like, oh my God, thanks for reminding me that, like, he didn't call or whatever.
Or now I need to tell you what the update is, and now we're talking about it, and, you know, suddenly it just takes on this life of its own.
Yeah.
Where in reality, you met someone and had a great conversation at a bar and exchanged information.
Yeah.
And that could just let it be. You know, like, we don't need to attach some outcome to everything.
Yeah.
But she does.
She does.
Every little thing. She's telling someone, she's asking for advice.
Yeah.
So she sticks around, even though she's barely talking to Justin.
And even though it's very clear he's trying to get laid with some other, basically model.
Yeah, but so I thought that he possibly was. I mean, when she says she has to leave after the video game, he certainly is like, okay, cool, see ya.
Yeah,
I thought maybe he would have gone for it, but he wasn't really trying. And that's why Gigi
she was
stayed,
very girl next door.
Because it was a bit ambiguous.
Yeah, they were playing. Oh my God, a girl playing. Side. Well, the only thing I know to call it 2K, it's like basketball. But I don't know if that was.
I don't remember, but
anyway, but they're playing basketball video games together
on opposite sides of the couch.
Yeah,
she happens to be gorgeous, but it's
like
a little
fucking model.
It's unclear though. If
it's unclear. That's true. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can tell he's just really enjoying the interaction for sure. So but she's kind of sticking around, kind of awkward.
Gigi?
Yeah, she's
very.
She cleaned up the
I was like,
house.
go away.
I was like, girl, don't do this.
I know. Don't do it. And I obviously that's what we're meant to think, but it was. I have to say, sometimes in movies, it is hard to watch, and it was hard to watch.
It was hard to watch.
And so then she throws herself on him.
Yeah. So she's like, oh, we're alone now. So she goes and sits on the couch, and
what do you remember the line though?
Oh, he's like, I should go to bed.
Yeah.
And she's like, is that an invitation?
So dumb and cheesy. And she says, oh, that was corny. And everyone probably who's ever watched that movie ever is like, just repelled physically.
I mean, I could see that going down well with someone who was super into it.
Exactly.
But, it didn't go down well.
Okay, so then he actually loses his shit.
He reacts badly to the insinuation that he could be falling for a girl.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a quote, but it's from Gigi. So before I read Gigi's quote, I just want to say he gets really angry.
He gets angry.
Which, I think that maybe we are meant to not like. But I actually was on his side. I have to be honest. I was kind of like, I get that. I can't really fault him for being really annoyed. He's trying to be her friend. Yeah. And she's taking it in this weird way. She's getting sexual with him. Yeah. She's actually throwing herself on top of him. He's trying to be, actually do right by her. Yeah. And so I thought he was actually justified.
It's kind of showing the other side of when you make sexist generalizations is that guys aren't able to have platonic relationships with women, and that's a big loss because those can be really rewarding relationships. You don't need anything sexual from that, and that's a that's probably contributes to the whole men can't express their feelings because they're only allowed to be friends with guys who are also really playing the part of the masculine and being self-contained and all of these things. Right. Which is just I think a negative on the whole. It's people should be the range of things that they are, no matter what sexuality they have.
Yes, without being automatically pigeonholed into this thing. Obviously, we know it turned out differently, but I got his frustration. I just want to be your pal. Yeah. Why are you doing this?
And, now you're throwing yourself at me, and now it's this is going to be hard to overcome.
Yeah. I thought it was totally justified.
Completely. Yeah. Totally.
So I don't know what their intention was, but I did not think he was a jerk. I was like, she needs to hear this, you know? But then what do the filmmakers do?
No.
I'm saying, lol, the music as I'm watching this scene, because there's this emotional music in the background. Do-do-do. And no, it's just the mood music, because Gigi's about to stand up and say, I may dissect... first of all, she says, I'd rather be like this than like you. And he turns around.
Great time, I guess, with this.
Yeah, exactly. Being a happy man.
Yeah.
Excuse Justin Long.
Yeah.
All right. So
he was like actually great. Like he was pretty attractive in this.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
I liked him. Second to Ben. So he goes, what?
What?
And so she goes on and on. She says, I may dissect each little thing and put myself out there a little bit too much. But at least that means I still care. You may not get hurt or make an ass of yourself that way, but you don't fall in love that way either. You know?
Yeah.
Humiliation is just a part of dating.
Yeah.
And
I'm closer to finding someone than you are.
Yes,
like,
and violating people's boundaries and doing stupid things without thinking them through is just a part of being single and looking for someone.
Ooh.
And I don't agree. I disagreed with everything that Gigi said.
Yeah.
As much as I like her, I thought it was kind of annoying. I don't think you need to.
You don't have
all this
to.
Degradation.
You can be rejected without being humiliated.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also, I think that she should have taken a lesson from Justin, and that she should have maybe said, you know what, you're right, I'm going to go home and think about this. Rather than saying, like, you're alone.
Lashing out at him. Yeah.
I don't know.
But that's human.
I suppose, but also I think the point was I think they were trying to make Gigi the hero. Yeah. And I think this would be one of the cases where I just think it's a bad message to send to people.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So then we cut to what I thought was another one of the most touching scenes before we get to the worst scene, which is Gigi and Janine. Oh, I have it in my notes. Jennifer Connelly is Janine. They're talking, and Janine starts crying. She says that they never have sex. And I thought that Jennifer Goodwin / Gigi, her acting ability really came out in this scene.
Yeah.
Because you can tell she wants to help, but she doesn't really know the right thing to say. Yeah. But you can tell by everything she does that she's super concerned about her friend.
Yeah.
And she just doesn't really know what to do.
Yeah.
And she's saying, oh, like that just happens to couples, and it's not your fault.
Yeah.
And just all the typical things that you would say when someone says, I made my man cheat because, we don't fuck and this was just bound to happen. And the friend is like, wants to make her feel better, but can't come up with the right words.
Yeah.
And is just searching inside and not able to come up with anything fast enough. And then it just really quickly spirals. Janine saying, no, we never fuck. We never have sex. It's not a lull. It never happens. And you can just see in Gigi's face how sorry she feels for her and wanting to say the right thing. And then Janine starts crying. And I was even tearing up a bit. You're at work when you're going through this. We've both been there.
And she had the life that, was the happily ever after. They're married. That's supposedly the ending. And when everything's okay. And it's no, that's
and
not
it's not at all.
And a lot of the problem happens because women are giving each other this terrible advice.
Yes, it's gonna be all right.
Because they want to make their friend feel better.
Yes.
But sometimes just shitty things happen and your heart gets broken.
Yes.
And there's not giving your friend hope isn't actually going to be the best thing for them.
And she's teetering this line, you know, saying it's not your fault. All couples go through that. Don't beat yourself up. This is normal. And then in the end, it's whoa, but really, actually, this is shit, and I don't know what to say.
Yeah. And they're just like, oh no.
I thought it was a very
I don't have
real...
a script for this.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then in the end, she is just kind of sitting there on the desk watching her cry, and just I can't help at all.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, if you ever find that yourself in that situation, you know, that's when you just say, like, I'm here for you. I'm sorry that sucks.
Yes.
Like,
it was
nothing
moving
to say.
Yeah, no, and there wasn't. And that's why Janine, apparently her name, she's holding the tile in her hand.
Yes.
She's a little neurotic.
She is a little bit.
Which I appreciated, but I didn't fully comprehend either. She then decides to take a personal day.
Yeah.
So look at my note. I thought it was very touching. Smiling face.
Oh.
Okay. Then,
oh my God, this scene.
Okay. Then we get to the scene of all scenes. We should make a list of just top 10 most shocking and crazy scenes from movies. Because this is one of them.
No one got murdered.
Do you want to give the synopsis?
Cutscene.
And again, I don't know what Bradley Cooper does for a living, but for whatever reason,
he has his office.
His mistress is there, having just spoken with someone who is giving insight about her music.
Yeah.
And she's excited about it. So,
yeah.
What the hell Bradley Cooper has to do with it? I don't know, especially since she called him earlier in the movie to ask for this guy's number.
Yeah.
And he couldn't even find the piece of paper. Whatever.
Yeah, it's all super weird.
Now they're all together in the office he works.
Yeah, so they like very poorly conceal the fact that they were holding hands so they could walk through a public area to get to his office that happens to have like a closet and like a lot of space.
Yeah,
like,
no, exactly.
It's like a big office. Yeah. Mm-hmm. For a generic agent.
Totally.
On the ground floor.
And it had high ceilings.
Yeah, it was, I mean, it was a Hollywood office.
Yes,
Yeah, so gotta...
And multiple sections, too. Like, you had the little walkway and then...
Yeah, and a couch area and a desk area and a closet area.
It's about the size of my apartment.
Yeah, I mean, perhaps... Yeah, actually. So clearly the producers, the set makers for this are out of touch with the proletariat because this is not how offices work. Oh, that reminds me actually, because when Jennifer Aniston breaks up with Ben Affleck,
insurance.
She leaves him standing and the camera pans out and he's facing an art piece, a big like wall-sized art place that says should.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't that cool?
That is very cool. So, like, I was actually looking at each painting for symbolism. That
was a big one.
I don't even remember that. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that one had some symbolism to it. Anyway, so I digress. But so they walk into his office, and then they're gonna like have some sexy time. She's very excited.
The meeting went well. They thought that she was hauntingly beautiful, and they're gonna do it. Yeah. So clothes start coming off, which I'm like, you're wearing a dress. Why would you do that? You're having sex on a desk. Leave your dress on. From behind. Leave your dress on. Anyway. You are so right, and that didn't stick out to me, but you're so
I'm like,
right. And she really wants it from behind, too. Yes.
And they're on the ground floor with windows, and I'm like,
absolutely.
Leave the dress on at least. But
I mean, it's actually kind of sexy to have the dress still on and just be like, I gotta get it now.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
so anyway, that's just like a little piece of advice. Perhaps.
If you want to know what we think is hot, just throw the skirt up and go to town.
Yeah. Anyway, but then there's a knock at the door.
Oh my gosh.
It's his wife who's taken a personal day to come and surprise him at the office and try to save their marriage. So he puts Scarlett Johansson in a closet.
It's so weird.
Don't put baby in a corner, okay?
Yeah, girl.
Yeah,
totally.
First of all, but also, like, whoa, she's the other woman, and now the wife is coming, and so he puts her in the closet, and it's so cringe. His wife comes in, and she like super awkwardly kind of takes some of her clothes off.
And she's really not done anything wrong, but they really do make her out to be very clumsy and dorky and weird. And she's untucking her shirt, and it's like a clown shirt that she has to keep on pulling and pulling and pulling. And then she mounts him.
But she's wearing a pencil skirt,
right,
so she has to,
exactly.
hike that up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think the point was like, oh, she hasn't done this in a while.
Yeah,
but
okay,
it's
I
like,
get that.
Dude.
Yeah. And she, I mean, even the fact that he lets her in, it's weird. Why not be like, let's anything? It's just the whole thing. And so Scarlett Johansson is listening the entire time while Janine says she's really trying here. I'm trying.
Yeah, and he's like, okay, I'll fuck you.
What the hell?
I know. Yeah.
This was so unrealistic. Or was it very realistic? I don't know.
I feel like he felt like he was backed into a corner. It doesn't make it a good corner to be backed into.
No,
like,
I mean, I was thinking of so many things as I was watching this.
Yeah.
Let me take you to a dirty motel, like pick me up at the bar.
Anything. He could have been like, I am Stu. Like, he tried. He was like, I have to get this work done. But that was a stupid excuse.
Completely.
Not that we're trying to give advice to anyone who's going to try not to get caught with their second lover
in the closet,
their wife,
right?
Like, who also wants to have sex. Like, no, this is
the whole
like
thing
obviously not good. But yeah, it just like, I think, the awkwardness might have been also because, like, of where her self-esteem was from being with someone who wasn't fully in it.
That I get. And you did, I think, for me, the only times in the movie where you really wanted to just give her a hug was this part where, she's like, maybe if we start having sex again, we can just kind of regroup.
Yeah.
And I did feel bad, as awkward as it was. I didn't feel bad for him.
No. I felt bad a little bit. Yeah. I mean, it just kind of like, that was the moment that everyone's fantasy about what was actually happening came crashing down.
Yeah.
He was confronted with the fact that he was trying to maintain two people. Scarlett was confronted with the fact that she's the second woman.
Yeah.
And that he's going to choose his wife over her.
But does he? Because, yes, but also I think that, in the moment for sure. And also that he doesn't have a spine.
Yeah, exactly, that he doesn't have a spine. And he's not the type of person who's going to just leave his wife and make it a clean cut.
I was just going to say that. I was just going to say that.
Yeah, completely. He's the type who's going to try to maintain
Right. If he's going to fuck her in front of you, he's probably not going to, take you on his white horse. And,
no. Yeah.
Oh my god, totally. So, okay, I thought this was a little weird. Okay. So after, I guess they fuck on his office chair with the pencil skirt.
Which seems,
well, yeah, but not with the pencil skirt.
Well, she had hiked it up. It was basically about, at that point.
I can't imagine that it was very good sex, but that was just... She says... And I don't know why this stood out to me, but she says, "Are you sure I can't interest you in a little beef and broccoli?"
I know! I'm like, wait.
Oh, girl.
Oh my god, did that mean that...
I don't know.
Did that mean that they hadn't had the main course yet?
Oh,
maybe they didn't actually
Did that just
fuck.
come to you?
Yeah, that just came to me because I was really confused by that too. Did they just have an appetizer?
I mean, I when I watched it, I thought she wants him to go home with her.
And have dinner because, like...
But possibly because it was awkward and maybe he wouldn't have been able to perform with Scarlett in the closet.
Yeah.
And then as she's walking away, she's like, "We're cool, right?" Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Bradley Cooper.
Get it up.
Did you fuck Jennifer Connelly in front of Scarlett Johansson? I have to know.
Or was it just foreplay?
You're right, because I'm like, they just fucked, which is what she wanted. Why is she acting so awkward?
Maybe
she's like, "We're cool, right? We're cool." Yeah. Okay, all right.
Oh my god, maybe he couldn't get a hard on.
My god.
I mean, if he could, honestly, that would have been worse.
We're like
honestly.
method acting in reverse, trying to figure out the character's motivations.
He's like, what does beef and broccoli mean?
Oh my god.
Because it's the main course.
To me, that makes more sense.
Yeah, no, that totally made that
awkwardly
more sense.
Bringing up beef and broccoli and then walking away the way she did. You would think that she would be happy they just fucked and be like, see you at home. But no, it's just cringe. And then Scarlett comes out of the room.
Only like 20 seconds later.
I was just gonna say.
I would love to work in that office and watch like his wife kind of go, and then his mistress storm out, not dressed.
Why not just go out before?
She still was carrying her dress.
Yeah, I put in, why is she still undressed? Because it was a small closet, but not
it wasn't that small.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
I appreciated her reaction.
She was probably just shocked, like unable to move.
I've never listened to someone else have sex. I've seen people.
Sex.
Yeah, exactly. Like I've been to sex parties.
Been in that.
But yeah, no, not at all. So I liked
sex parties. What
me.
Was that like?
Yeah, I'm happy to talk about it. Not right now,
okay.
But yes,
sorry,
part
we're
of
focusing.
Yeah, mini.
Oh my god!
Yes.
I've never been to
my Australian days. They're definitely serve a fun purpose. I think I had mostly good experiences.
Yeah.
I had some funny ones that I'm happy to
talk
about.
God.
Yes. She says, "You're disgusting. You make me sick, and you're never going to touch me again."
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the only time in the entire movie that I liked her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Overall, I hated her. Okay, but that was real to me. Okay, so I want to ask you. We cut back to Jennifer Aniston. She's still cleaning up after everyone.
Yeah.
And no one is helping her. Oh, God. I thought it was so cute. And so what did you think about Ben Affleck showing up? Yay or nay?
I mean, yay, but like, wow, someone else took it upon themselves to like text him and be like, hey.
That's the thing. And
how did he end up there?
Yeah, yes, and he didn't ask permission, and so I just do want to point out that I did think ultimately, yes, we like Ben Affleck and he's the good guy in the movie, but I did think it was kind of similar to what we talked about in the Twilight Happy Hour, how at the end of the second Twilight, it was kind of like the breakup fantasy, like coming to life, where she keeps on fighting for him and, rescues him in the end.
Yeah.
And I kind of felt like this was similar. He's just going to show up no matter what. Yeah. So, yes, he's a good guy. I approve, but I don't think this was good modeling behavior.
Yeah, I just, there wasn't enough context on, what actually happened. Mm. Yeah. We don't know.
They could have been in touch.
She called him and was or something, and, 7 years, you really get to know someone, and he probably was like, I know.
Yeah, and which is sweet, but still they were broken up.
They were broken up. Mm. Yeah, and so, it was, the message was, he had her back no matter whether they were together or married or broken up. No matter what, he was like, I know you're struggling right now. I'm going to come and help in whatever way I can. And so... Without
an agenda.
Yeah,
maybe that's the difference.
And then he went back to his boat.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're right. Because I think a lot of times when we have these things play out in movies, it's like one person is like, this is going to be the end game. This is what I want.
Yeah.
And he was just this genuinely good guy. And I did find it very moving when they hugged.
Yeah, it was really cute. You can tell how much it meant
really
to her.
Good how it played out with them. The acting was incredible. And then we have the cigarettes. Coming out of the pocket. Okay.
Janine.
Yes.
Janine picked up Bradley Cooper's clothes, and the cigarettes fell out of his pocket onto the floor.
Douchebag.
We finally get the answer as to whether he's been lying this whole time to everyone, including the audience. I feel personally affronted.
I did.
So he has been smoking. It's the same, weird type of cigarette. And
Lucky Strike.
Yeah, and she flips from "we're gonna make it work" to fucking asshole. She throws his clothes out. She takes the cool mirror off of the wall. She throws it on the ground and it shatters. I love this because I have felt like this so many times. It's like you have an emotion and you're not like a super emotional person. You finally let your emotion to take over for 3 seconds. And then you were like, fuck, I have to clean this up.
Yes.
And so,
which she does, which I personally thought was really cute.
It was so relatable. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. She smashed the mirror and just like stares at it and she's like, fuck. And like walks out, goes gets a broom, comes back and just like...
Yes. Yeah. But what did you think? I'm jumping a tiny bit ahead, but let's just finish up this plot line. So what did you think about the fact that she then folds up all of his laundry and she goes and buys this carton of cigarettes? Mm-hmm. Just to really make it theatrical?
I liked it. She did it in her own way. She didn't let him push her out of her own thing. And you know, the cigarettes were kind of like the last big fuck you for her because that was what killed her dad. And she was like, you can go kill yourself, basically.
Oh my God.
You know? Yeah. In the politest way.
And she had brought it up so many times and, so heart-wrenching.
Exactly.
So, you know, go Janine. Okay, so the boat scene. Oh, okay, I really want to go into this with you.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck, for the movie's sake, they're chatting. She goes and finds him on his boat. Yeah. Oh, my heart was just, this was definitely like a full body.
He was so happy
I am not like this either, but I am like, they did this right. Like I said, I think he's very talented.
They were respectful the whole time.
Yes, he just seems so genuine.
Yeah.
She has just had this, you know, coming to Jesus moment.
Yeah.
So do you want to tell the listeners what it is we're talking about?
Yeah, so she comes to his boat and he's like, oh my gosh, come aboard. And she's like, thank you, I will. And so they start talking and she thanks him for coming by, for helping out at her dad's, you know, after all that happened. And she was like, you know what, it just like really made me realize that you're more of a husband to me than like these actual husbands were to my sisters. And like I'm never gonna find someone like you, basically. And he was like, that's what I've been trying to say this whole time. And she's like, shh, I know.
I know. It was realistic, right? With them both kind of wanting to have the upper hand, but both being being heard.
Exactly.
That is how people talk.
Yeah, exactly. So it was realistic while also like just really showing two people who like honestly had a lot better coping skills and relationship skills than anyone else in the movie, honestly.
Hands down. So what did you think of the fact that she wanted marriage, pretended not to want it, said she wanted it, kicked him out, changed her mind? You know, did you think that was good on her part? Did you think it was involved?
No, I think, you know, but I don't think it's fair to expect humans to be perfect all the time.
No, me neither. You know? I'm just wondering what you thought of that evolution.
I wouldn't say that was like the best thing to do. But like she had felt that she had reached a breaking point, and at the time she didn't know it, but what marriage meant to her was that someone was going to have her back no matter what.
Definitely.
And he proved that he did. You know, not that he had not been proving that before, but it's just like circumstances happened that really made that clear for her. And she realized she was wrong and told him. Yes. And I think that was like the part that we can learn from, because it's inevitable that we're all going to mess up at one point or another.
Yes.
You know?
But you didn't think she was, and this isn't what I'm saying, but what I think some people watching it would say is like she threw away something that was important to her. You didn't see that? I didn't, but I mean, or that she was maybe compromising.
Yeah, I think, you know, social pressure is a really strong thing, and it's hard to discern what is us and what is social pressure. And so, you know, like, I'm not surprised that after being surrounded by those other women in her vague office. Like, of course she's gonna pick up some, like, oh, what's going on here? Like,
yes.
My friend Janine is happily married to fucking Bradley Cooper. Like,
it may be wanting your day in the sun, because I think that's one reason why people do value marriage, is it's because it's a public recognition of the relationship. Like, you've made it. And, regardless of what you think marriage means, it is special and it is fun. Yeah. And if you don't get the public, kind of reward and recognition for it, and everyone else does, it can feel like maybe either there's something lacking, or we haven't gotten there, or everyone else is celebrating these relationships and our relationship hasn't been celebrated.
Yeah.
So, and even I think a lot of it is subconscious.
Yeah.
When it comes to marriage.
Oh, totally.
Especially from where she's coming from. Like, she doesn't even know why she wants it. She just knows she does.
She just knows.
I thought it was very moving.
Yeah.
I'm not at all a fan of people breaking up and getting back together. In this case, though, it wasn't, circumstances or arguments or... Well, I mean, the relationship wasn't working. For her, that's why she ended it. But I thought this was a good example of getting back together.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, because it wasn't like... I don't know. Yeah, it's tough because something changed while they were apart.
Yeah, yes,
Perspectives
for
changed,
sure. Yes,
and I think that's why it worked.
Yeah.
It wasn't that she was like, well, if I get back with him, maybe I can convince him to marry me.
Totally. And they hadn't been
having to where she was. Yeah.
They hadn't had ongoing problems either.
Yeah. She was just like, you know what? Actually, what really mattered to me was him.
Which I love. I wish so many people could just be happy being happy.
Yeah.
All right. So let's just quickly go over. Scarlett Johansson breaks up with Connor when he asks to buy her a house.
Oh, yeah. Because they got together after she broke up. Well, the whole Bradley thing happened. She, immediately called him up, and he was all on the action thing thanks to the gay guys at his open house. And so he was like, I want to do this. And she was like, okay. And he was like, wow, that was easy. And knew nothing about what she had just done or gone through.
It just showed it just over and over again. I don't think they wanted. Did they want us to like her? Because she was just despicable. Calls him up immediately. Gets into a relationship with him. It's obvious that's what he wants. He says it's what he wants.
Oh my god, the spooning though. Did you see after they...
Oh yeah, actually.
He wrapped his leg around
So
her.
I didn't put it in the notes just because I didn't know quite, which is why we work as a team, because I didn't know quite what to put in the notes. But yeah, so what do you think that look in her eyes was? So basically, for those who don't know what we're talking about, so she calls him over after she breaks up with Bradley Cooper. They get into bed, and then they cut to a scene after they fuck where he's spooning her. Connor's spooning her.
He's super spooning her.
Super spooning. And they show her, and she's still awake, and she's looking kind of off to the distance with a very discontented look in her eyes.
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts on that? I just thought it just showed how vapid she was.
Yeah, she was trying to meet some need of hers for connection, and obviously this wasn't meeting it. And I think, no matter whether someone thinks they're okay with cheating or being the other person in the relationship, I think that takes a toll on a person, and especially, immediately calling someone up. I don't think she's like, oh, I'm just oblivious to the fact that this is hurting me.
And maybe another person as well who's happily asleep next to me.
Exactly.
Poor
And
guy.
She probably is
what am I doing?
Being you're a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
To
I
herself.
am a horrible person.
Yeah,
I hope that's what she was thinking.
Yeah, I'm sure she was. And she's like, I am not happy with this, and no matter how hard I try, I guess this to fill this hole inside of me, I can't do it.
Yeah. I think I've gone through phases like that.
Yeah.
Where you're just trying to, I guess, put a Band-Aid on something by involving other people, and then realizing what you're doing and the ramifications.
And that it takes a toll.
And also feeling almost like you can't stop. Yeah, because you really do need to fill this void. And it's getting out of control.
And you're just like, I keep trying and trying, and it just gets worse and worse.
Yes. And she does stick with it, though. They become boyfriend and girlfriend, and then, he wants to move in with her. Yeah. What I really love is after she drops him, I love him meeting Drew Barrymore.
Yeah, that was a great scene.
Oh, my God. It was
a great
really
scene.
Clever. It just, I like that they didn't meet online. Do you have anything to say about it? So Connor is at a coffee shop. Drew Barrymore happens to be at the same coffee shop. Drew Barrymore is lovely.
She recognizes him as one of her clients. Yes. And she's like, oh.
Which is smart business sense as well. Like, I'm going to make a personal connection with my client. She calls him up and says, what did you think of your ad? And he says, oh, I didn't like my shirt. Yeah. And she says, oh, I like the shirt that you're wearing today. And they have, bam, instant chemistry. He asks her to come over and they get together.
There's like that awkward conversation where he's like, you're not what I expected. And she's like, what did you expect? And it's like, oh, dude, you can't like cover from that. Right. Like, whatever direction you go, it won't be good. So, but he managed to recover from it.
Yes, interesting though. He really did focus on this "you're not what I expected" thing, even though she's close friends with his really hot 20-something ex-girlfriend. I mean, why wouldn't she be hanging out with other sexy women? But whatever. He's surprised and they fall in love. Yeah, love it so much.
Well, and I think it's like you find love when you don't expect it, and from the people you don't really.
I do believe in that.
As your type or whatever,
Yep. I believe that. I've seen it happen. It's happened to me. Okay, and then another one of my favorite scenes, which we've got to talk about as much as maybe we don't want to, the engagement scene. The proposal, Ben Affleck. Yeah. Oh my God, just full body chills. This scene was so well done. So Ben Affleck and Jennifer Aniston are living again together. She wants him to throw away his cargo pants. Yeah. The cargo pants have been coming up over and over and over again in our realm. Have you noticed this? Realm? Yeah, apparently.
Is there a thing that guys wear?
I guess so, but it's come up in episodes.
That women don't typically enjoy.
What
is it about the cargo pants? I think it's pocket envy.
Yeah,
because we don't usually get pockets.
And they're not repugnant if worn
appropriately,
contextually. Yes. Yeah. So, but she doesn't want them in the house, so she's gonna throw them away.
And he says, pants only.
But he has a boat. God damn it! Just let him have his damn pants.
She just wants to see the ass and jeans.
Oh yeah. I'm fine with it. Yeah. And he says, check the pockets. And there's an engagement ring in the pocket. Oh my God. Well played. It was. And then she turns around, and this is what got me. Not that he's proposing. Anyone could have seen that coming. But what I love the most is, I might even tear up. He says, I need to make you happy for me to have even a shot at being happy. Oh, that is how you propose. That is how you win a woman over right there. It was just such a brilliant way to say, I'm going to do this for both of us. Yeah. I want this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, yes, it isn't the thing that I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait to get married. But, like, I love you to the ends of the earth. Yeah.
I want to see you have this. And I want to be the one who gives it to you. It was so brilliant.
Not that you can make someone happy who wants to not be happy, but not saying like that's even possible, but the sentiment is really nice.
I think that they both knew that they were going to have a great relationship regardless.
Yeah.
But I just think he knew this was going to be something that only he could give her. That was just going to.
And
really,
he's like, I don't plan on ever leaving you, so why not get married, I guess.
I love the way that he put that, and it was, very touching. I normally don't go for that type of thing, but it was just really real and very mature. It was very mature. And I think that's what a lot of these movies that we watch are lacking. It's just people running around like, this feels good, let's get together, I love you, and let's make a mess of our lives.
Yeah.
And these were people who had thought things through.
Exactly. Because Jennifer Aniston could have gotten on fucking MySpace and had a whole lineup of suitors by the end of the day.
And Ben.
Yeah, exactly. So it wasn't like she was settling for just any guy,
Totally.
He was the one that she wanted.
And she got to deconstruct what marriage meant to her.
Yeah.
And then come to the realization that it was more about the relationship than the title.
Yeah.
And then he came to realize that it was more about making your partner happy than principle.
Yeah.
It was great.
Such a good lesson. And then they met in the middle, and she got what she wanted.
Exactly. And I guess, that's what relationship... Yeah, she did get what she wanted.
But he also got what he ultimately wanted, which was to be with her.
Yes. And in a way, it's not the worst message to say that she did get what she wanted, because before she got what she wanted, she opened up to new possibilities. She communicated.
Yeah.
She, changed. She became more flexible. She put
his non-attachment to the outcome.
Yeah. And then it came together for her.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So how do you feel though about Justin Long and Gigi getting together?
Oh God, that was a fucking long, painful conversation.
Yeah.
I was just like, get it over with.
Yeah. So how did you feel? Because I'm glad
they got together. I think it was gonna work out. I don't know if they're like forever people.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. First of all, I thought that the ending would have been a bit more powerful if Gigi would have learned how to be cool on her own and stop this ridiculous mess that she was making out of her life. Yeah. And so I was kind of going for that. Yeah. It was quite obvious that they were going to get together.
Okay, so I have just like... Okay.
Then the second thing, just really quickly, is they did cut to them just being this happy ever after couple, and that's what I didn't really... I was like, but were they? You're leaving us with, like, everything works out in the end. Yeah. And, they're a week into their relationship.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought they could have ended on a stronger note with
the other message is that she was like... I don't care that I'm making a fool of myself. This is how I am. And she found someone who loved her the way she was without having to play a role of the cool girl who didn't care and like things like that.
But in the end, she was the rule, not the exception. Even though they said that she was his exception, it actually was all of the rules. Which was that in the end, she did get the guy who she thought was sending her all the signals. Even though he wasn't. I don't know. Yeah. I just thought it could have been they could have been a little more creative with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess, like, he didn't realize he was sending the signals because he was too cognizant of the way things worked,
And maybe I should backtrack, actually, because I actually don't think he was. I think what made him fall in love with her was, seeing her audacity, seeing her, kind of come out of her shell a bit, seeing the real her. Yeah. But I don't think that
seeing
he ever...
her not chasing him,
Yeah, perhaps. Yeah.
Yeah, well, the version of her that wasn't chasing him, because she was, like, much cooler when she had her focus, on some other guy.
But see, I want to resist that, because is he only into her because now he thinks that he can't have her? Was it petty jealousy? Because I think Justin Long was better than that in this film.
Yeah. I don't know. Because he's like, he just didn't seem interested in chasing her. And then she super hard chased him at one point. And that's when Well, it was like almost like he realized what he was lacking when she wasn't in his life, maybe?
Yeah.
He was like, oh, actually, I miss her. That's weird. Because I usually have like a thing with someone for a night and then I'm like, please leave me alone. You know?
Yes. Okay. So maybe it was outside of the rules.
Yeah.
Whoa, maybe we need to just continue to analyze this ending. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I don't know if we have time tonight, but let me read a couple quotes from the ending. Okay, so first of all, we have Janine / Jennifer Connelly. So tell me this, Claire.
Yes.
Did Janine get a new apartment?
Yeah, she moved out.
Oh my god.
And she got a mirror that was unbreakable.
After
did you notice
all,
that?
I did. I did notice all of that.
Yeah.
But it only occurred to me as they were scanning away from the scene with her new mirror that she was in a new place.
Yeah.
And she put in all this damn effort into that apartment. The wood and the tiles.
It's a metaphor.
Wow. She's like,
she was trying to make that perfect, and then she's like, mic drop, I'm out.
Yeah. Which
I think it's kind of nice. She's like folded his boxers super neat for the very last fucking time. Yes.
Totally. I think some people might think that was a little weird, but I just think she was
really
saying, this is my personality, and it's the last you're going to have of it.
And I'm going to go out on my terms.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. And then, so as they're scanning away from her putting up the mirror, Gigi says, maybe this happy ending doesn't include a guy. Maybe it's you, on your own, picking up the pieces and starting over. Freeing yourself up for something better in the future. Maybe the happy ending is just moving on.
Yeah.
And as an X-Files co-host, I was like, moving on.
Moving on.
I wasn't as thrilled with the second quote.
Disappointment.
I wish they would have just ended with that, because I was full, getting my jig on. Yeah. I'm not 60. I don't know why I just said getting my jig on. Okay, so, but then she says
65 plus on Bumble.
Right. Because I'm going for Jennifer Aniston's dad.
You speak their language.
Cut to Justin Long and Gigi having a game night with their friends.
Yes.
And I'm like, why? Then she says, or maybe, and I'm like, ugh.
God damn it.
I full on, and because our podcast is Breakup, Broken Hearts, and Moving On, so I thought they were going to leave on the moving on.
Yeah.
But, okay, of course, she has to come back in, Gigi.
Yeah.
Or maybe the happy ending is this. Knowing that through all of the unreturned phone calls and broken hearts, through all of the blunders and misread signals, through all the pain and embarrassment, you never gave up hope. Gag me with a spoon. Because I think it's, I see what they're going for, but I don't think that you have to put yourself through this to find love.
Yeah, suffering
at all.
Choice. Yeah.
Yeah. Completely. And you can not give up hope while keeping your dignity and not stalking people and trying to run into them
and just
being making a fool of yourself.
Oh, that wasn't my person.
Yes. Yeah. And they made her out to be the hero and this is also the problem I have with that attached book, is they make these people out with weird behaviors to be the heroes without saying, maybe you should examine some of why you're doing this, and that it's actually not okay.
Becoming more secure.
Yeah, exactly. And not just saying, well done, Gigi, for just sticking with
an
it.
anxious attachment
and continuing to put herself out there and act in these really ridiculous ways.
Yeah.
Because she didn't give up hope. Because in the end, it came around her. So personally, I didn't like the ending, but overall, it's the favorite movie that we've done.
Yeah.
And I also enjoyed getting tipsy and talking shit about it.
Yes, tipsy and talking shit.
Thank you everyone for listening. We'd love to know what you thought of this.
Yes.
We'd love to know if you have a movie that you'd like to hear us ramble about. And if you don't enjoy these, I don't want to hear from you because I do enjoy them.
Yeah, we do them for us.
Yeah, very
and
much
the
so.
2 people who might also enjoy it. But yeah, and just know, whatever you heard today was edited a lot down, likely, from how much we actually recorded.
We've been recording for 3.5 hours, so I don't know how long
Really?
it's going to be.
No.
Well,
oh my god.
Something like that. At least 3 hours.
God. Oh.
All right, let's have some sushi. Thank you, X-Files listeners. We love you so much.
Yay, bye.
We'll see you next month for we don't know what movie.
We don't know
but
what
we
movie.
will be doing
We'll
it.
see you, though.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to X-Files, a podcast about breakups, broken hearts, and moving on. If you like this episode, tag us on your Instagram story so we can connect with you.
And you can find me, Claire, on Instagram at Claire Lofthouse.
And me, Janice, on Instagram at Janice Formicella.
If you'd like to join our online community, find us on Facebook at Breakups, Broken Hearts, and Moving On.